Hey y'all, it's your girl Toya Telly, and I'm back with another review. This is the review of Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 4, Episode 21. The title of the episode is Moving On Up. More like Moving On Out, because going back to Season 4, Episode 7, when Gary first bought Andi that penthouse, the title of that episode was Moving On Up, because she was moving on up to the penthouse. Now, Gary done came and snatched the penthouse back. So, it's more like moving on out to me. But anyways, we start the episode off with Fatima coming outside. And she done stepped up to Karen. She like, what's this shit you talking? Then you say, oh, he was just trying to get it out his system real quick, and then he was going to come back to you? Oh, yeah. And Karen was like, and I ain't been wrong yet, sis. And so by this time, Zach, he trying to referee the situation. And Fatima was like, no, because if she's having, and Karen said, it ain't no if, I am having. And Fatima said, no, baby girl, if you're having a child, then it's important for me to know, it's important for you to know who the fuck I am. And so, Karen, she was like, is that supposed to mean something to me, Fatima? And so, Fatima was like, Zach, you better tell her. You better tell her. And Karen was like, girl, baby girl, you just number 3. Zach said, look, Karen, she ain't no number 3. And if she is a number, she's the only number. So can you please leave? So, Fatima, she had to let her know. She was like, look, honey. Karen said, I'm not your honey. She was like, honey, like I said, I done spared you one time before. Now I'm about to beat your ass. Because you done pulled up at my house. Karen said, oh, this your house? Fatima said, yes, my house. You done pulled up at my house on the bullshit. So, Karen, she looked at Zach and she was like, okay, I'm about to go. But we'll see who get the last word. And I'm laughing because, Karen, what are you saying the last word? At your big old age, who cares about the last word? Baby girl, you shouldn't even went over there trying to get the first word. Because now you done got your feelings hurt. So, next thing you know, here come Zach's baby mama. Allegedly. She done pulled through. She hopped out the car with the baby on her hip. And if she don't put that big ass boy down, come on now. She weighing her shoulder down, toting this big ass 3-year-old. Girl. So she stepped up to my Zach, I've been looking for you. I was going to stop by in the morning, but I only stopped by because I seen you outside. So they looking like, who the fuck is this? And the baby mama, she was like, well, my name's Heather. And Zach, this is your son. So Fatima and Karen's eyes both lit up. Like, what in the hell? And so Zach said, lady, I don't even know you. And she said, well, my name is Heather, but you probably know me as Destiny. And Karen said, so how old is the baby? And she said, he's 3. And Karen said, so Zach, if this is your son, that means she was pregnant when we were together. And Fatima said, girl, why is you still here? I've been dismissed you. And so, Zach was like, that's not my baby. And Karen said, you know what? This is just you, huh? And she looked at Fatima and she said, you know what? You right. Why am I still here? Because he ain't changed and he gonna be doing you the same way. I'm out. So she finally walked off. And the baby mama, she was telling Fatima that she met Zach at work. And Fatima said, where you work at? She said, at the strip club, I'm a stripper. And Zach said, well, how you know this my baby? Out of all the men that you fooled with in the VIP, all of a sudden you think that I'm the daddy? So Fatima, she caught on to it because she realized that this lady ain't say nothing about a VIP room. So Zach, if you don't know what happened in the club with this lady, and you don't know this lady, never seen this lady, how do you know that y'all had sex in the VIP? This is the questions that Fatima is asking. Now Zach telling her, because that's what happens in the strip club. That's what we have sex at in the strip club. And I'm pretty sure Zach might have had sex with plenty of other strippers inside of the VIP rooms in the strip club. So, hell, he just going by what he know his dick been at. Like, he don't know specifically if it was her, but he just know that, hey, this what I was doing in the strip clubs. I was hitting the VIPs. But Fatima, she not going for that shit. She like, Zach, you gave yourself away. Clearly you know her. Because how you know it was a VIP room? She didn't say anything about a VIP room. And these lies, this is something I'm not going to deal with. So Fatima, she bounced up in the house to go get her whole bag and go back to the house. So, the girl, she was like, she agreed to get a DNA test because Zach said he gonna have to get a DNA. And she was like, yeah, because me and my baby gonna be well taken care of. Mm-hmm. So Zach going through it right now, y'all. Now we see Sabrina and Brookman, y'all. They done came back from their dinner date. And she acting real dry with him because he was talking about Danny the whole time on the date. Talking about how beautiful Danny is and all of this. So he apologized for it when they got up in her house. And she was like, yeah, because that threw me a loop. And he was like, I'm sorry. It's just that she looked like the women in my country. And I'm just thinking in my head, ain't this the same thing you told Sabrina when you first met her at the restaurant with Calvin? That she looked like the women in your country? Or you might have told her that at the bank. Either way, it was something that you told to Sabrina. So, bro, man, you just too thirsty. Like, yeah, you can skate. You can go. And Sabrina sent him on by his way. Now, when they opened up the door, it was funny because Danny was standing right there smiling. And bro, man, he still couldn't control himself. After apologizing, he talking about some, oh, wow. Like, get over it. Go home. Go drink some water because clearly you thirsty. But anyways, Danny get up in there and Sabrina was like, what's wrong? Sabrina was like, what's wrong? What happened with Logan? Why did he skate out like that? And she was like, is he married? And then he said, no, girl, look, this ain't even about that. That was about you. Have you been stealing those white folks' money down there at that bank? Daddy just kept it real. So Sabrina was like, no. What? What in the... And so Danny was like, look, he didn't tell me all details. I tried to get it out of him. He wouldn't tell me. So she couldn't really tell Sabrina a lot at all. So Sabrina, she's still clueless. All she know is, this undercover cop is questioning Danny about her. And she trying to get to the bottom of it. So, now we see Karen. Y'all. She done walked in the penthouse, yelling and slanging tears everywhere. She just don't know what to do. She talking about, Andi, oh no, I can't believe this. After all that I put up with, after all I did, I stood by his side, Andi. I stood by him and all his stupid ass ideas, Andi. And this is how he repay me? With some random bitch? Y'all. Karen, I'm talking about it's up. It's all the way up. Karen is delusional right now. She is losing it. She has lost it all. She crying like somebody done died. And I'm just like, baby girl, it's not that serious. Please calm down. She pushing Andi off her, talking about some, don't you dare take up for her. You better not take up for her, Andi. I am your friend. She is your assistant. I need you to stand by me. Karen was going crazy. Andi was like, look, please, baby girl, I'm so sorry, but he done moved on. And she was like, look, I know. Stop saying that. I know, Andi. I know he moved on because I haven't. So why do I feel this way? I was like, Karen, at this point, y'all, I believe Karen is trying to win her an Oscar at this point because I cannot with this. So she is off the meter right now. Andi holding her, hugging her, telling her it's gonna be all right. And she look over, she realized, no, she also had to lace Andi up about the baby mama. She was like, and as I was standing there, it was this other girl that pulled up. And she have his child, Andi. She have his child. He was sleeping with her while we were together. So, Andi, she trying to help her stay strong. Stay strong, Karen. It's going to be all right. So, Karen, she look over. And she realized that Andi had all her shit packed up. So she was like, what's this? And Andi said, you were right. He didn't have the place bugged. But do you see that building right over there? Yeah. That's his office. And he's been looking at me with a telescope. Y'all. I'm like, Andi, how long you and Gary been going at it? For 4 seasons and some. Seriously, and some. Because on the very first episode, when we first seen Sistas, the episode came on with you and Gary hunching in your little bitty apartment that you should have never left. Yeah. Y'all was getting it in. So that means y'all was already at it before we even started the show. So yeah, y'all been at it for 4 seasons and some. And you didn't even know where this man office building was. Especially when it's less than a mile away from where you live. Come on now. Girl, you is not giving lawyer vibes at all. But anyways, so Andi said that she needs to stay with Karen for a while. Karen told her she can go and come on. Even though she ain't really fucking with Andi right now, but she can go and come on. because she said she need the company. So they left. And now we see Fatima. She's at her place. And Zach, he walks in. He has a pair of keys. Remember, she gave him some keys to her place. So he walked straight in and he was like, look, this Zach don't shoot. And she was like, yeah, because you know I will. And he sat down to talk to her. She was acting all iffy. She brought up the strippers and the hoes. And, you know, she really in her feelings right now because she really don't know what's going on. Everything is just being thrown up in her face, being thrown up in the air. And it looks like her relationship is falling apart. So she don't really know which way she want to go. So she giving him the cold shoulder. And he was like, look, y'all gotta let that shit go. Like, that's the old Zach. Y'all keep putting that on me. I done changed now, but if y'all want me to bring that guy back out, I can do that. And Fatima was like, look, I'm not trying to go there with you. Like, I just want to talk some real shit right now. Let's have a real conversation. Like, if this don't work out between me and you, like, what are you going to do? Go back to Karen? So he was like, why you keep on bringing up Karen? And she was like, look, I'm not worried about Karen or them strippers. I'm riding with you, Zach. I just want to have a real conversation right now. So he giving her the real spiel. They talking about it, which I believe they gonna make it. Honestly, in my opinion, I wouldn't be able to make it. I'm not a Fatima. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with a lot of things that Fatima does. And, you know, the way that she mimics love. Like a love couple. I don't agree with a lot of those actions that she made. When it come down to quote unquote ride or die. It's like going to jail for a dude and all this here. I don't agree with a lot of that. But that don't change me from rooting for them. I do hope that they make it. So don't get me wrong. I'm just throwing my little input in there. But anyways, she said she about to go to work. And he asked for a kiss. She was like, no, you done had plenty of those. I'm gone. I'll see you later. So by the time she leave, Tony texting and telling Zach to hurry up and come to the hotel because she getting impatient. So after that, we see Karen and Andi. And they're at Karen's place, of course, because Andi, she's staying over there right now. And they're having a cup of coffee before they head out to work. And Andi was asking her, is she okay? She was like, she don't know. She's just all over the place right now. And she was like, do you think it's because of the pregnancy? But no, that's kind of cliche. And Andi, she was like, well, I mean, emotions are real. So, and yeah, I agree. Emotions are real. So it matters a damn how cliche, you know, society deems it to be. It's still real. So accept it. And so they're talking, and Karen just telling her how stupid she feel about pulling up at Zach's house, how she should have never went, and she just feel like she didn't deserve any of it. And after all the hell that Zach put her through, she just don't feel like she deserved to be going through this right now. So Andi told her, like, look, let's not forget that he did pay you back for all the money you spent on him and I guess the hell he put you through. And so Karen was like, yeah, the money, that wasn't enough of a payback, is what I'm trying to say. That's what Karen was letting her know. Like, I agree with Karen on that. Like, you paid me back, for one, you paid me back exact exactly the amount that I gave to you throughout this long 3-year depressed ass relationship. With all these ups and downs, breakups and makeups. You know? And all I get back is $75,000 flat. I mean, you could at least round it off if we want to call it even for real. For the pain and suffering and the STDs too. You know what I'm saying? But I get Andi too. I get them both. I do. But anyways, Karen, she showed the softer side of her on that scene. And Andi was like, look, you should show that more often. And I agree. She should show that more often because I don't like the way Tyler Perry has written her out to be this mad black woman. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's not good at all. Like, typical mad baby mama that's running behind her baby daddy. Like, no, we're not going to do that. So, now we see Hayden. He walks into Fatima's office, harassing her about Zach, talking about he seen the footage and he read it back to her, and he was threatening her with the cops on Zach. So she was like, are you done? Because you do this all the time. I'm tired of you pulling up on me with your little dick energy and your short man syndrome. Please go get yourself a dick implant. Y'all, and by this time, Andi, she was walking in with her twin implants. And they looked nice, I must say. So she sat down and she was like, girl, did you just tell him to go get a dick implant? And Fatima said, girl, he need to go get something and leave me alone. So Andi, she was like, whatever he said to you, please don't go tell Zach because I don't need another episode. And she was like, I'm not going to tell Zach. This time I'm just going to let it play out. And Andi said, well, you want to talk about last night? Because Karen already told me what happened. And she was like, no, I don't want to talk about it right now. And Andi was like, okay, well, my office is open if you change your mind. And Nosy Rosie walked on off. So now we see Zach. He's entering into Tony's hotel room. Yeah. And so, y'all, he get up in there. She walked back to the bed. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. She really giving Blanche off of Golden Girls right now. I don't know what she thinks she giving. But, baby girl, you're giving Blanche. No shade to Blanche. Shout out to the Golden Girls. But, y'all, she sat up on the bed. She told Zach that I heard from a lawyer and he was asking a whole lot of questions about you. So if you want to stay in the safe and keep your money that I help you make, I'm going to need you to come over here and make love to me. Right now, right here. So y'all, Tony, I told y'all she was trying to get her some. She was trying to get her some from Zach, y'all. So Karen, she enters her salon. And the baby mama there. Pam didn't know who it was. So she was like, you got a visitor waiting on you. She looked at her. The baby mama walked up to Karen and she was like, I just came by to apologize to you about last night because I really didn't want it to come off like Zach was just out there thotting around, because it wasn't that. He really did love you. He was just mad at you at the moment, but he was talking about you the whole time. Like, girl, is that supposed to make her feel better? And that's exactly what Karen asked her. She was like, is this supposed to make me feel better because my man was talking about me the whole time he was having sex with a stripper? And I'm just like, Karen, could you please take the my from in front of man, please? Take the claims off of that, because that's not yours anymore. So the stripper, she was like, you better be lucky you're not married to him, because I'm coming for that ass. And Karen said, yeah, I am lucky. And you have fun with that. Now you can leave. So the girl, she was like, you ain't got to be such a bitch. Baby, Pam was about ready to jump over that counter for Karen. She said, who the fuck you think you talking to? Now, y'all, Pam be acting more like a sister to Karen than the rest of them girls. And they supposed to be best friends. Like, Pam be ride or dying for Karen. And I just be wondering why Karen just be giving her the cold shoulder like she be doing. Because when Pam was trying to figure out who the fuck this is, like, is this the girl that supposed to have the baby for Zach? Here go Karen. Why you gotta be so nosy? Can I just have a professional assistant for once? Pam said, oh, baby, I'm not an assistant. I'm a front office worker. Front office manager. And Karen was like, whatever. And she was like, don't forget that you get what you pay for. That's what she told Karen. And so I'm like, is Pam feeling lowballed right now at Karen's Mastery Hair Salon? Because she's shading the hell out of Karen right now. Talking about you get what you pay for. Clearly, you must have been underpaying Pam. Because the way she answered that phone, she about fed up. So, now we see Maurice and Q. Maurice is leaving out for work. So, Q offers him some breakfast. And Maurice didn't want it. He giving Q the stiff shoulder. So Q was steady telling him that to stop acting like that with him, basically. And Maurice, he was like, boy, whatever, learn how to pay rent. Other than that, shut the fuck up talking to me. I don't want your breakfast. I don't want nothing from you, because I can smell a snake from a mile away. And I'm just like, okay, so if you can smell a snake from a mile away, why do you have a snake standing right here in your face right now in your house, always cooking in your kitchen? Like, come on now. So Maurice, he leaves to go to work, and by the time he leaves, Q calls Logan, telling Logan that he got the confession on tape of Maurice and Sabrina, that they was the masterminds behind the robbery at the bank. So Logan told him to go and bring the tape up here. Let me see what you got. And Q, he was like, I'm not going to go to jail, am I? And Logan said, no, that wasn't the deal. The deal was that you're going to prove to the DA that you were forced to do this, and you'll be released. So bring me the tape and we can work with you. Y'all. And so Danny over there getting on my damn nerves, because Sabrina studied trying to get it out of her. And she talking about some, well, if you didn't do anything, Sabrina, why are you worrying about it? Because her name got called in it, Danny. That's why she's worrying about it. Matters a damn if she didn't do anything illegal or not. People can get pinned for shit that they didn't do. Seriously. I know, because I am a victim of that. But we'll talk about that another day. But anyways, so then she over there getting on my damn nerves. I don't blame Sabrina. I be trying to get to the bottom of this shit too. Hell, what the fuck my name getting called for? But anyways, y'all, that was all for this week's episode. Until then, I'll be back with more videos. Thank y'all for watching. This is your girl, Toya Telly. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great night. Peace.